back from the dead.
Hey guys, Frozen X is here, and today I want to talk about something that's not really, I don't know if it's going to be agreed with or disagreed with, but it's pretty much my biggest problem with the game, and I have a feeling it's going to be kind of criticized because it actually doesn't really, it does kind of have to do with the repair mechanic, but not really at the same time. So we'll see what you guys think about it. Let's just get right into it. My biggest issue with this game would definitely be the fact that you get punished for having a bad team. I've seen a couple posts on Reddit talk about how they think the top player on the enemy team should not get their parts broken. I think this is a good start, but personally I think it should be like the top 3 people on the losing team should not have their parts broken. Just because, you know, getting top player is not always the easiest thing to do, and top 3 seems like a very realistic thing for people to work towards. It will cause competitiveness between your teammates and cause people to actually play the objective. And the second part of this is that for this to work, playing the objective needs to actually be a viable option for points. I believe that capturing the objective should grant you, say you get in the circle when it's at 100 and you don't leave that circle up until it's at 0, that should reward you 1,000 full experience, in my opinion. 1,000 XP for fully capturing the objective, that seems more than fair to me. I don't know about you guys, but it seems perfectly alright to me, you know. And then capture 50 points and you get, you know, 50% of the objective. It makes sense, you know. Or 500 XP, so, you know, every 25 points you get 250 XP, so it would really bump up the way that, you know, we do these missions and whatnot. It would, I don't really know how to put it, but it would just cause people to want to play the objective. It will cause people to actually give a shit about the objective, for one, and, you know, as a team, it won't be so bad if you lose a ton of your stuff, because if everyone on your team who actually played the objective and did work as a team and, you know, got kills, helped out the team, gets their points back or whatever, I'd say it's totally worth it, you know? It's definitely okay to me if I lose durability when I clearly didn't really help out the team. Like, I went in and died near immediately. Yeah, that's a situation where I'd say, yeah, okay, I deserve to lose my durability for that. But then you have these situations where I get 4 kills, I capture like half the objective. The enemy team wins because no one was defending our base, or no one took the time to go back and defend our base, and I lose all my durability, and what fuck for? Like, I got 4 kills. That's bullshit. So, yeah, that's kind of my biggest complaint with the game. I have to kind of say that my second biggest, you know, issue with the game is just currently the... Sorry, I had a hiccup there. I'm going to try and edit that out because that would be really loud, you know. But my second biggest issue with the game is just probably the reputation. You get, like, no RP for completing shit. It's really annoying, and you have to spend so much time grinding to level up. You know, it's one thing to have to grind for all the parts for a ridiculous amount of time, but just the sheer amount of RP to even get to the point where you can craft the parts is definitely something they should revise. I don't want to spend, you know, like, fucking 10 hours of gameplay per level just so I can craft the item that's going to, you know, take another 5 to 6 hours of grinding to get. If you guys want to make the grind for repairing items, maintaining items, acquiring items a very difficult process, make it, you know, hard to get, hard to grind for, you know, not everyone will have a ton of everything, then fine. Just don't make it, you know, the reputation so fucking difficult to come by. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Either make it so you can craft the items and you have an absurd grind with it, or you just, you know, make it so there's an absurd grind, but it's not too hard to make the items. You don't need both. Okay, it's hard enough to get shit. You don't gotta put this level cap on us now. So those are probably my biggest 2 issues with the game. The fact that, you know, enemies can then cause you to lose XP and lose parts and cause you more grinding and give you a headache. I mean, probably one of the things that just bothers me personally is the explosive spears and how your team can set them off. It's really, really fucking annoying if a team sets off your fucking explosive spears. Like, that's one of my biggest issues with this game right now. Every time I take out explosive spears, someone ends up ramming into them. Oh my god, I go watch my video titled Revenge in all caps. That I was legitimately angry in that video. I don't know, I was trying to like not sound like an asshole and just get really pissed off. I probably did though, but yeah, that was probably the first and probably gonna be the only video I ever upload where I was just legitimately angry with someone in the video, because I swear to god, I'm driving out of spawn, this guy on our team stops, reverses, and like kind of turns, breaks both my explosive spears by hitting them, and then just drives back the way he was going. Fucking asshole. I swear he did it on purpose. Like, when I called him out, though, he pretended like he had no idea, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't believe him. I think he knew exactly what the shit he was doing. He was trying to pick a fucking fight. Fucking dickhead. It just bothered me so much. I can't get over how angry I got that I spent the entire game just hunting that one guy down. Now, I should probably move on and talk about my last topic of this game, and well, that's more or less not really a issue with the game as it is an issue with the player base. And I'm not saying the community is bad by any means. What I'm saying is, well, I should probably talk about the issue first, and what I'm talking about is the market. The market is extremely expensive right now. And I've had people say, oh, well, if it's too expensive, then craft it yourself. That's how this game works, asshole. Well, that's not the point I'm trying to make. There's no way to even buy coins right now, and so the prices of things just lead to a certain few players stockpiling the money, kind of like how our country is being run with the 1%. But regardless, it leads to people having a lot more of the money than other people, and that's not really how this game needs to be, like, run. The game needs to split up the money and make things, so everyone can get coins, and that will be a lot easier to do when you can just buy the coins. Now, back to the price of things on the market, and before you say, oh, if you don't like it, just fucking craft it yourself, you lazy twat, I'm voting for Donald Trump, because I can do everything on my own, alright? That's okay, you do that, but I'm just going to say that when you get more players into a game, you have more people crafting parts. Therefore, basic principles of supply and demand come into play. You have people crafting parts, therefore you have more parts, and more parts means lower prices, because more supply, less demand. Less demand, less valuable. That's how that works. The more demand, the more valuable it becomes. This will still allow people to play the market and game the market and just make money off the market, just in the same way a real market will work. But this will also just lead to, in general, everything being cheaper, because again, the more players you have playing a game crafting items, the overall cheaper those items are going to be, because you can argue with me all you want that, oh, you just craft an item if it's too expensive. Yes, but basic rules of supply and demand still are a thing here, guys. You can say that all you want, but it's not going to change the fact that if there are more people crafting items, there will be more items on the market, and therefore those items will be cheaper. So quit pretending like it's never going to happen, that everything is always going to be so super expensive and you'll always be able to charge like 3,000 coins for one purple piece, or well, it's more like 4 to 5 to even sometimes 6,000 for one piece of purple gear, which it makes sense with the grind, but 6,000, you get, what is it, 3,500 for the Founders Pack? That's a $50 pack. So if it's 6,000, what you're saying is that grind is worth $100? No, it's not. It is not, and it will never be. Especially once coins are a thing that you can actually buy. There'll be more coins in the game, and like I said, you'll be able to buy coins kind of in the same way you buy premium currency and War Thunder. It's not going to be just, the same way it is you get a certain amount of coins for buying in, and then that's it. That's all the coins that you're ever going to get. No. You're obviously going to have coins, or a way to buy coins other than that. It's kind of how these companies make money in the first place. So, oh geez, here's hardcore. But, so, with that in mind, that's not really a problem with the game. That's just a problem with it being in a closed beta right now. And when the game's no longer in closed beta, that won't necessarily be a problem anymore. So, that's not really a problem in the first place. That's kind of why I left it for last, because it's kind of the most mute point of them all. But I'm going to wrap this video up here now. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see you guys soon.